question. And you're so right. Back then, it was really like small business owners, like entrepreneurs were not a thing. That was not a word bandied around at all. There
Mm.
wasn't any sort of startup networks or support networks to go to get information. Um, so no, I didn't have entrepreneurs in my family. But what I probably realized looking back on it now is that a lot of my friends in my sort of late teens, early 20s were self-employed. So they were either amazing freelance creative directors or photographers, makeup artists, or small business owners. They owned, advertising agencies or restaurants and bars. So I didn't have a lot of friends around me who had a very traditional career, a 9 to 5 job, and with a very linear sort of career progress ahead of them. So
Mhm.
I probably didn't realize what a big risk it was or how different it was, the choice to go and start my own business. And I was also, I guess, in a situation where, having been self-employed myself, having modeled and produced for photographers and managed events and produced events, I wasn't also leaving, having to make that big decision to, right, I'm going to quit my job and go out on my own. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think reflecting on it, I probably just didn't realize that it was so different to most people's traditional career paths.
Mm. So a little bit of perhaps surrounding yourself with people and modeling their behaviors, as well as perhaps some youthful naivety as well, going into the world of business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. And
Absolutely.
being so young at the time, like, did you get some pushback from the industry, trying to establish yourself, or was it more or less, up to the races from day one?
I had a really great support network around me of people that could see what I was trying to achieve and the reasons behind it. I wanted to pay models fairly. I wanted to pay them time. That was, a
Mhm.
real sort of key point of difference in Wink. And then I wanted to be a really strong extension of our clients' team. There was this, I wanted us to be collaborative and on the same side, as opposed to being sort of combative relationship that a lot of clients had with talent agencies and model agencies. And so I had a lot of people who were really supportive and wanted to see me succeed and were happy to, just throw jobs our way or recommend talent to us and refer other businesses to us. But it was definitely a long period where, I hid behind emails, didn't want to go to face-to-face meetings with clients.
Mm.
This is sort of the good old days where, you wouldn't have Zoom meetings, you would just have phone calls. So,
Yeah.
and because I was really conscious of my age and, especially when we were dealing with really large campaigns where you're asking a client to part with $100,000, $200,000, and understandably, they're probably going, well, gosh, can this 21-year-old really execute that for me? So
Mm.
I was definitely mindful of it and I tried to manage it the best I could. And, I think the combination of having people who wanted to see me succeed and were willing to support me, and then I think my dogged determination to make it succeed and this, wild work ethic, high risk appetite, and sort of pushing through, I think is sort of what really